guys, it's just me, Lance, again. Tonight I come to you with a very heavy heart. I know I always say I'm the only honest person on Facebook. Well, I have left out some information because I didn't know how you're going to take it, but I've got to come clean. I've got to be frank. I am a psychic, and that explains how I've been able to make so many predictions in the last year that have come true. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people speculating in the comments, how could he possibly know all this information? None other than the prediction months and months and months ago. I predicted Serene would be disbarred, and now that's just happened. And also, some media even reach out sometimes to Luckylance for information. And the reason that they reach out to me and the reason I'm able to make these predictions is because I'm an actual psychic. Now, before you go making fun and leave negative comments, I'll just give you tonight's reading. I was on the crystal ball tonight. I'll give you the reading from tonight. And when that comes out in the media or wherever it comes out and that is proven to be true, then you'll know that I'm a psychic and you won't doubt me and hopefully won't make fun of me. So tonight's reading, without further ado, Serene Tefahar transferred some of the money, the donations, into her own personal bank account. Okay? Also, tonight's reading has shown me that Serene is under criminal investigation by Victoria Police for missing money, right? For misplaced funds from the donations. This is in regards to the trust account and the donations account, and therefore her own personal bank account where she's hidden some of the funds. Serene is also still contacting police on a regular basis. That's what I learned from tonight's reading. She's still calling them, emailing and visiting them and throwing dummy spits to try to get them to act against Luckylance. But as they know, Luckylance hasn't broken any laws. And actually, the irony of this is that the lawyer that you all think is the only one with the guts to stand up to the government, the only one with the skills and the guts and the know-how and the strength to fight the government against all these causes, is also the same lady, if you call her a lady, who can't get an IVO on Luckylance. Now, the funny thing about this is interim IVOs are very easy to get. They're rarely refused, right? But Luckylance happens to be the easiest person in Australia to get an interim IVO against, right? They're handed out like confetti. And I'll beat them in court and they just get new ones and new ones and new ones. They're not refused, right? So this lawyer who you think is the only one with the guts and the know-how to fight the government is also the lawyer that can't even manage to get an interim IVO against the easiest person in Australia to get an interim IVO against. And I can prove that to you. Anyone watching, go to the police station tomorrow and ask for an IVO, interim IVO against Luckylance, and it'll be granted to you, and then you will see exactly what I mean. Now, Serene's gone to the police station many, many times and no luck. And you think this is the lawyer that can fight the government? The irony is just, it's laughable. So anyway, back to my notes. So she has admitted to the police, according to tonight's reading, she has admitted to the police that Peter Little is helping her. So she is working with Peter Little. Hence my previous video I only just did a few hours ago. I'm spewing because I just did that video a few hours ago making a prediction, and then I actually went and did a reading and confirmed it. So probably should have held off on that last video. Oh, well. And also, whilst I was doing my reading, I found a little bit of gossip, you may call it. So I'll add this in while we're here. Peter Little has had many police complaints against him by women because he targets women with fraud, right? So he's fleeced many women out of their money. And then when the police have contact with these women, they go into the police station, and unfortunately the police can't help because it's not a criminal matter, it's a civil matter. So the police unfortunately have to tell them, sorry, it's a civil matter, you need to go to see a civil lawyer. Now, the problem with that is these women, because Peter Little's taken what little money they had, they can't afford to get a civil lawyer and then litigate against Peter Little. And also, even if they could, he doesn't actually have any money, so there's no point suing him in the first place. So it's an unfortunate situation. He gets to rip off women and they don't have any justice. So to all those women who, if Peter Little has ripped you off and you've been to the police and you found out the bad news that they can't help because it's a civil matter, I'd like to help you. Get in contact with me, inbox me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll present your story, and we'll do some videos, and we'll try to expose it. And the best we can do is give a cautionary tale, expose that time that he's ripped you off, and make a cautionary tale to warn other women not to get ripped off by Peter Little. But anyway, that's a bit off topic. But that's tonight's reading. So leave all the negative comments you want, but the proof's in the pudding. You'll see that all my predictions have come true, and tonight's prediction, the criminal investigation against Serene, has come true. Now, it's not that hard to guess yourself. It's pretty, I mean, I've been saying it quite a number of times. I said I was hoping she'd be charged because I assumed that she'd cross the line into criminality. But tonight's reading has confirmed that. Anyway, so I'll just finish off with one note. I found this guy, Barry Rogers, on YouTube. Barry Rogers, I assume you're probably watching my videos. I really like your content. You're a lone soldier. You don't want to work with anyone. Well, I'm the most honest person on Facebook. So can you please consider working with me? Because I'd love to give you some of my inside information. And with my know-how and your tech skills, I reckon me and you would be a match made in heaven. Now, I don't often, don't ever make alliances on Facebook because I don't trust anyone. But Barry, I really think you're a gem, Barry. So get in contact with me and let's work together, because it's a very noble cause to expose these grifters, scammers, con artists. It's a very important job, and it's my passion, and I'm never going to stop, ever. I've got all the time and the resources. So quick note to all the scammers, and I know you're all watching, you know who you are. I've got all the resources, the time, the energy, the tenacity that I'll never stop, okay? So friendly warning from Luckylance. All right, see you guys.